Choose the word that is most nearly opposite to the word in capital letters. And our word here is indifferent. Now, it's important to note that test makers often use words that have more than one meaning. So the correct answer might refer to the most common meaning of the word, or it might refer to the opposite of a different or secondary meaning of this word. So we need to keep this in mind as we evaluate our answer choices. Now, this will help us discern which of these answer choices is a true opposite and which one is merely potentially relevant to our word in question. Now, we also want to point out here that our question is asking us for the most nearly opposite, meaning that there may be some words that represent opposite aspects of the given word, but only one of these answer choices is going to be the closest thing to an opposite. So let's dive in. Indifferent means having no particular interest or sympathy or unconcerned. So we're going to go ahead and write out this definition. So now we'll go ahead and evaluate our answer choices. Our first one is analogous, which means comparable in certain respects. So this could be in some ways opposite in meaning to indifferent, but this word might not be the most complete opposite. So we're going to go ahead and mark this as a maybe for now and come back to it later. Next, we have wandering, and we notice that wandering here is written with an A. Now, wondering with an O is something that actually would be an opposite to indifferent. However, wandering with an A means unwilling and hesitant or disinclined, which doesn't totally make sense and is not an opposite. Now, this is an example of when we need to be careful and making sure that we're reading the actual word on the page rather than racing through and potentially missing this and choosing this as the right answer. So we're going to eliminate this answer choice. Next, we have dissimilar, which is actually a synonym of different. So this is actually a distractor word if you think indifferent means non-different. Again, that's why it's important to remember and note what the actual definition is of the word in question so that it makes it easier to evaluate the answer choices and eliminate these distractor words. Next, we have odd, which means someone filled with awe or wonder. So this actually looks like a good contender. That would be the opposite of indifferent. And lastly, we have collateral, which is a word with several meanings. However, none of them really have anything to do with being opposite to indifferent. So we're going to eliminate this answer choice. Now, when we go back to our two possible answer choices that we haven't eliminated yet, we see that odd is actually a better and more complete opposite to the word indifferent. So that's going to be our correct answer to this question.